Now, it's going to be the must-have Christmas gift at Sandringham this year. Oh, yeah. Prince Harry's long-awaited tell-all memoir is already causing heart palpitations amongst the palace staff, with the Duke reportedly hoping the book will see him spoken of in the same breath as Barack Obama. What? Well, that's according to American commentator Kinsey Schofield, who hosts a Daily Royal podcast. And she's also written a book about Princess Diana. Now, she claims that Harry is trying to rebrand himself, just as former leader of the free world, Barack Obama, or even as Facebook founder and, of course, fellow California resident Mark Zuckerberg, or just, and I quote, any guy that can get $100,000 for a speech in Miami to a bunch of rich dudes. So, with that astute aristocratic analysis ringing in our ears, can Prince Harry turn into President Harry? Sharon?
I think that he will do very, very well on that circuit. You know, you talk to huge corporations when they're having, you know, their yearly conventions and universities, and it is a huge circuit. And I reckon he'll get more than 100,000 a speech, definitely.
To talk about what? That's the elephant in the room.
Don't
What
get me
exactly is
started,
there?
because I'll probably get fired again. So don't get me started.
I just find Prince Harry and this whole, you know, you went from being a working royal, representing your country, you know, being in the army, being a proud Brit, to this. It's not even a fall from grace, it's like a free fall from whatever, to this tacky sort of below Kardashian-esque reality star putting out films of what? You were in the royal family for 2 years with Meghan.
The fundamental problem is that, you know, with respect, and I say this respectfully, as I know you would as well, Sharon, when we're talking about Prince Harry, that is the only story he's got is the story, is the fact that he was in the royal family. Now, bearing in mind he's opted to not be in the royal family, the only thing he can really dine out on is the fact that he was in the royal family.
Yeah,
so it's a bit cranky.
He talks about mental health a lot.
Yes.
And I think that, you know, living where he lives and at the rate that he lives, even though he did get huge deals, signed huge deals when he got to California, that's not going to last him very long at the rate that he lives.
I think the sadness is, as you say, he's gone from this sort of meteoric, amazing person, you know, the Invictus Games, the fact he was in the army, he fought very valiantly for this country. Exactly.
So
but I think grubby is the word I would use, actually.
Or shameless.
Oh, let's hear it.
I mean, I just think when you look at Prince William and Prince Harry, they are poles apart.
Well, if I may, please, with the greatest of respect, Prince Harry hasn't actually done anything in this story. It's just a random commentator, self-acclaimed royal expert and podcaster has said Harry wants to be the next Obama, and people will believe that and think, oh, well, he thinks he's arrogant, he thinks he's this. It's like me saying Ian Collins fancies himself as Beyonce. He's going to be the next Beyonce, and everyone...
I'd like to take this opportunity.
Exactly, you'll be announcing it, your upcoming album soon, I'm sure. But we run with it, don't we? And it feeds into this lie, I think, or maybe the truth, but into this seed that you've already sown in your head that Harry is this arrogant, bad man. And actually, when you break this story down, it's a self-appointed person saying something that she thinks about somebody that she's never met.
How do we know that she's not being fed?
But the thing, it's not even more than that.
We know she's not being fed. She's done do you know what book she's written about Prince Harry? Oh, sorry, about the royal families.
Oh, yeah.
She's a royal author because she's written an alphabet book for adults about Princess Diana called R is for Revenge. She's not like, bless her, she's all part of hustle culture.
She's not Andrew Morton.
She's made a career for herself, but she's not an autobiographer.
But that doesn't invalidate everything we've just said, because Harry
it
is coming out with a book. And even if he didn't fancy himself Obama, which is incredible because he doesn't actually look like Obama in any way, but I'm not going to go down that route because I always get in trouble. It's still the fact that he is willing to come out with a book like this, which could really tarnish his grandmother and his father's life's work in the royal family.
And his brother.
Exactly, what they've built. And that, for me, is the shameless bit, right?
Or it might not.
But then why? Why is it necessary?
we
What
don't know what
exactly
it's
is he
gonna
going to
say.
talk about?
But it builds
But you
on-
get my point, is that this is all speculation and we're kind of talking ourselves in knots about something that hasn't happened
it's-
yet.
Hello, you're such a nice person.
Honestly.
You really are.
But hasn't it lit sort of the touch paper? Because actually it feeds into the narrative, you know, him saying, I can't come to the UK, I need private security, trying to buy the Metropolitan Police.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look good.
But he does need security because he's a prince.
No, but
He's a former prince, ma'am. Former prince.
He's still a prince. He was born a prince and he will be a prince
he
till the
gets
day he
protection.
dies.
Yeah.
He tried to buy the Metropolitan Police, and the Metropolitan Police, quite rightly, said, we're not for sale.
But isn't there fundamentally, regardless of what the truths are and who said what to who or didn't, you know, the fact is, as we said right at the beginning of this is a guy we really loved, and we
Yes.
thought he's the future of the royal family. He was fit, he liked to party, he liked to drink, he did the Invictus Games, as you said, David.
Yeah.
You know, he was exactly the new face of the royal
It
family.
was like one of us.
Everything was
Yeah, exactly.
fantastic, and then it all went
Wow.
pear-shaped, and I can't think why.
Oh.